Mythical tales and legends about ghostly hauntings are told around the world, and paranormal investigators flock to these locations in the hope of catching a glimpse of something paranormal.
Look!
It's okay.
It just went fuzzy on your face.
It's okay.
Like
That was
something went in
maybe
front of it.
the spirit of Mary who's
Stop
joining
it.
me. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go. Is it
Let's
still
go now.
fuzzy?
No, it's fine.
Tonight, Ghost Dimension will attempt our own experiments and seek out a spirit known as the infamous Grey Lady. We enter this world knowing only life, yet death awaits us all. Using some of the most up-to-date scientific equipment, we endeavour to gather evidence that there is life after death. These are our investigations into the mysterious world of the paranormal. Whatever you have seen, whatever you have felt, whatever you believe, there is more to this world. There is the Ghost Dimension. There are abandoned buildings all over the world, and most people believe a lot of them to be haunted. But even when there is little remaining, could a spirit entity still be lurking in its shadows, holding on to the last memory of the location's former glory, or even a tragic event? Tonight we return to Liverpool and investigate a location known as the Orangery, believed to be haunted by a lady in grey. Allerton Towers was built in the 16th century by the Latham family. Several different families owned the hall, but it wasn't until the Earls took over that it would have a sad story to tell, and a ghost that continues to haunt the Orangery to this very day. Local resident Debbie Devine tells us of her encounter.
There's a grey lady that's been seen here. The lady in question who's been seen, she was made pregnant by one of the sons, and she got into really serious trouble over that, and so she was murdered because it wasn't accepted in those times. I have seen a ghost before, yeah. I was actually seeing a solid ghost, clear as I am standing here now.
Was this encounter that Debbie had witnessed the infamous Lady in Grey?
I wasn't scared, actually. I wasn't scared. I was more fascinated by the experience of actually seeing that ghost. That in itself was surreal. But then I felt all these vibrations as well. Like I was partly in some other dimension. That's how I felt.
So who could Mary be, and why is she still apparently haunting the ruins of this location?
And it's here, in the ruins of the Orangery, that the spectre who became known as the Grey Lady is said to haunt. Now known as the Grey Lady, it would seem Mary has still found no peace, as many people to this very day report seeing a form of a female seemingly float around the ruins, vanishing before their very eyes.
It is believed that Mary had an illicit affair with William Earl and later became pregnant to him. Mary was of lower class, and at the time this would have caused scandal for the Earl family. So William's brothers Thomas and Arthur hatched a plan to lure Mary to her ending. They bludgeoned her to death and then dumped her body down a well.
Mary began to appear to her murderers until their dying day, always pointing an accusing finger at them. Will we encounter Mary tonight? And can we help her find some peace so long after she left the physical world? All we can do is try.
So this is another one of those locations that by day is nice and calm and serene, and then at night takes on a completely different feel. It's ruins, and we're looking for a grey lady. I'm hoping that's all we find tonight, because you just don't know what else you're going to encounter. Most people know how I feel about outdoor locations. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to really put your back up and feel safe. So we're just going to see what happens and hope that the equipment, as usual, does its job, and maybe get a grey lady on camera.
Already, as we've come inside of this, derelict ruins, it feels eerie. It doesn't feel calm. In the day, it felt lovely. The sun was out, it was shining. But already, as we've come into the woods and walked to the ruins, we could hear voices that we couldn't explain if they were voices from outside influences or voices that were connected maybe to some spirits that are haunting here. Hopefully, we're going to capture some evidence that there is something, maybe the grey lady haunting here. I hope tonight that we do. I'm also quite worried with it being so dark that we're not in physical danger, but also that if there is a spirit that comes close to us, we're able to get away quick and safely without hurting ourselves, because this is one not only spooky location, it's a dangerous one as well. And tonight, when we investigate, hopefully the ghosts will come out and join us.
We first came in here, the Orangery, and it's a ruins and it's dark. And at the minute, my senses are all, a bit on edge. I can't pinpoint what I feel right now. I can't say I feel scared or calm. I think it may be the calm before the storm. But right now, the only thing I'm thinking about is I want to start the investigation and see what we can uncover tonight here at Allerton Towers.
Ghost Dimension. Tonight we investigate Allerton Towers, Orangery and ruins, and will attempt to make contact with the ghost of a grey lady, said to be haunting the grounds to this very day. But as we prepare to venture into this location, something unusual captures our eyes.
What are those stones?
Whoa, what is that?
Look like graves.
They do, don't they?
What the hell are they?
Why would graves be around a tree?
I don't know. Or it could be some sort of stone circle.
Should we have
I've
a
encountered
quick-
those before.
Let's have a quick look. Oh my god,
What?
there's literally
Oh my god.
loads of them.
Oh! It doesn't feel good.
There is literally loads over here. Eh?
What could it be?
Looks like graves. Is it markings of graves?
I don't know, but the tree's grown through it.
Yeah. It's obviously been here for quite some time.
Longer than the tree.
And the tree is very old.
Hey, let's just try it. Is anybody here? If you're here, give us an indication. Let's get some equipment out here.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
After unexpectedly discovering these strange stones, we had either encountered unmarked graves from decades ago, or perhaps stones set in a ritual position to summon energy from another dimension. Whatever the cause of the phenomena, we had to investigate.
Literally, we're just getting set up and the REM's going off. This is crazy. This is mental. Whoa.
Good start.
We don't know if this is an impromptu grave. We don't know what it is.
No.
But what we do know now is there's some energy here. Something's here causing this activity already.
Yeah.
Naturally, we've been drawn here.
What's weird is been here during the day didn't even see this, and it's on the main path going to where we're investigating. We've been past 4 times.
Exactly.
We didn't even see it.
No.
You know, in the dark, all of a sudden we notice it.
Literally just because you say what is... And you know why I noticed it as well? Was because I heard a noise. I heard a noise and I had the big white light and I shone it in here and I thought, what? That looks like a grave. So I looked a bit further and that's when I said, what to you guys? What's this?
We only saw a few.
Yeah.
So we came in
And then when you come in, you uncover this.
probably about 30 of them.
This is so... I mean, if you go beyond these ones here and down the... Oh my God!
No way. Let me just switch these on while we're talking.
Okay, so I was currently saying if you go beyond here to down there, there's a lot more. Is that where you are?
I'm going to put this here.
Oh my
Whoa.
God!
Did you see that then? That changed to red as well.
It felt like something or someone was attempting to make contact with us and reacted immediately with our equipment. But would we be able to identify who this entity was?
There were stables up here. You don't know. Slaves could have been it could have been their job to muck out the horses or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. Whether they'd have had anything like this, although there's nothing on them.
No way!
Again,
No way.
What were you about to say then, Paul?
I was going to say, although these aren't elaborate sort of headstones, they could be markers. Wow.
Could be markers for...
Bex.
sort of burial.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
That is super strong right as that's happening. And we're talking about the slaves.
No, we was talking about there's some sort of markers.
Yeah. Because really, for slaves back then,
Yeah,
they wouldn't have had.
they wouldn't have had a burial. No,
They wouldn't. This would have been too much of a
ceremony.
if you like, or a ceremony. But I don't know. I mean, this is new. I've not found anything
It's
for any
weird,
reason
isn't
why
it?
the stones are
Again?
Let's just
Are
go.
we on the right track though? Yes.
Yeah.
So are these markers for graves of some sort? Wow.
Yeah.
My God.
And it's affecting different
Yeah.
equipment at the same time.
Can I ask? This might be a weird one. I don't know. Can you step away from that, please, while I ask another question?
Oh my
Are
God.
these something to do with animals?
I thought animals. Yeah, I did.
Just popped in there with
Yeah,
horses.
no, I did.
Is there any carcasses here from dead horses or animals that belong to any of the families of Allerton Towers?
Whoa.
There we go. So
The
maybe
first
they're
one.
animals.
Got it straight on the eye device and then straight on the ramp.
Yeah, but what I want to know is who's talking to us, because I don't think a horse or a dog
No.
or something would be talking to us.
I think
Are we talking to a child? An older child?
Let's go with servant.
Yeah, that was my next one. Are we talking to maybe a servant? Did you work here at Allerton Towers? Did you hear that?
I did. I heard that. That was. Do you know what that actually sounded like? That actually sounded like an animal, like a horse.
This is quiet, isn't it, tonight?
Ooh.
Yeah, so far.
Very quiet.
But that isn't.
Look at that.
No,
that isn't.
that isn't.
As soon as that happens,
Jane, did you move? No.
I heard that. Thank you. Step away. Step away, please. I want to ask you another question. Thank you.
It's you know what?
Intelligent.
What? Yeah, it's an intelligent spirit.
agrees.
Okay.
okay.
Please step away. I want to ask you this question. Step away and set it off if I get the right answer. Step away, please.
Somebody's tugging on the bottom of my coat.
Were you a servant at Allerton Towers? Wow, that's gone.
Whoa.
This was some of the strongest energy we have ever encountered, which was responding intelligently to our questions, and this entity identified as a servant. But was it aware of the Grey Lady?
It's still on.
Do you know of the legend of the Grey Lady?
I kid you not.
I
Did you
heard
hear the
that.
scream?
Yeah,
The
like
woman scream.
female voice.
Yeah.
From where
Yeah.
we're going. Yeah.
No way.
Let's try this one then. Mary, are we talking to you?
I was thinking that.
Yeah. If this is you, come towards any of these again. Because tonight we have come to talk to you, so if we're on the right track, if you're here with us now, come and set one of these off, please. Let us know. Oh my word.
Hear it again.
Yeah.
Hear it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same time as this
Physical
went
voice.
off.
Yeah. Thank
Mary?
you.
It's like a cry for
I
help.
was just going to say, this is like
Yeah.
distress, isn't it?
That's a distress call.
Yeah.
Mary, okay? We can hear you.
Thank you.
You have our attention. And we're going to listen to you all night.
Will you come to the Orangery with us?
Mary, can you stop? Mary, all we're here for is to help you. We want to know your story.
The hell was... Whoa, 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 whoa. You heard that, right?
Tonight we are investigating the Orangery, believed to be haunted by a lady in grey. And already, even before the investigation has begun, we have stumbled across a series of strange stone formations and made contact with an entity that identifies as Mary, the Grey Lady.
Mary, are we talking to you?
I was thinking that.
Yeah. If this is you, come towards any of these again. Because tonight we have come to talk to you, so if we're on the right track, if you're here with us now, come and set one of these off, please. Let us know. Oh my word.
After encountering paranormal activity early on in the investigation, we have high expectations as we progress further into the location and investigate the Orangery.
Bang, bang.
You know what it sounds like? Horse and carriage. To me. It sounds like the carriage is going over.
Yeah.
The, kid you not? Did you hear that? Bang, bang down there. Look at this.
No, that will react with us because we're so close at the moment.
Right.
Okay.
Bang, bang.
Do you want to see if we get any...
Yeah, let's go for it.
chatter?
Shall we? I just have a feeling we should head that way to do it. And then we're out of the way of the equipment. Oh no, let's head that way.
Yeah, because we're waiting.
We're out of the way of the equipment. Yeah, and if it alarms, we'll come straight over.
Yeah, we need to take a few steps. I want to stay near this door.
Yeah.
Because that door keeps bloody banging. So, you ready? We'll stick this on and see what we get.
Let's do it.
Are we speaking to Mary? Paul?
Oh,
No way.
Oh.
Already.
hi. Is this you, Mary? I heard yes before that.
What was
Sounds
that
like
male?
you know what it sounds like? I see you.
No.
But Jane, before you spoke? Did you not hear that?
What the?
Just said what the...
What the? It swore.
Yeah,
It just said what the F.
What did I say?
I know, but maybe you just made her jump.
Literally.
Oh, my back.
That wasn't you that time.
Mary?
Pain.
M.
I had pain.
Pain.
Yeah.
Pain, I heard, yeah.
Mary, if you're here, tell us you are here.
Can you hear it?
Keep hearing something, but I'm drawn up that way now.
Mary, if you're here, can you come closer to us?
Turn it off, turn it on, turn it down, turn it on. The laser's going again.
It's got... Somebody has
Somebody
to
has walked.
physically walk through it to set it off.
I'll just adjust it now.
Before the investigation began, we set up a laser trigger alarm system, as some of the equipment had begun alarming prior to the cameras rolling, and it appeared to be centralised to a door in the middle of the Orangery.
We've got the sound to light device, which will light up there, and the REM pod next to it.
So if anything bangs again,
we'll capture it.
Yeah, and already we've been, before we set the camera up for press record, REM pods are going off. So that's why we've got the camera out as our eyewitness when we're setting all of these equipment up, to see, to witness basically it all happening around us. There we go.
No way, look.
Could it have been William before he murdered Mary, pacing up and down? Is it the right thing to do?
Well, let's find out. Let's ask.
do you want this back on?
William?
Yeah.
Is that you? Setting off the...
Did you hear that, Jane?
Yes.
That was a voice of a man going, yes! Are you down there?
Did you see it again?
No, I've not seen it. Did you see
I
something?
thought I saw a second ago. So every time, for a split second,
Yeah.
it's almost like my subconscious mind hasn't had time to filter out, and
Yeah.
I'm seeing what's really there.
Yeah.
Let's give this another try.
Come closer.
To where?
Left or right?
Is this William? Are you stuck here because of what happened to Mary?
Mary, are you here? Are you walking among us?
Somebody's touched my back.
Somebody just touched back, and then somebody's walking. I can hear them.
Sounded like that's
I can hear them.
I did.
Somebody's touched my ear.
Listen, though, somebody's walking.
Hey, you.
Has he got a volume on it?
Cut.
I told you I heard somebody walking.
God.
No way. The beam is broken again. Are you walking it towards us? And you know what's going on here?
Yeah, that as well.
Right? They're going towards the door.
Yeah.
Something had broken the beam of the laser trigger to sound its alarm, and whatever it was very close to us. But was this Mary or someone else that had joined our investigation?
Mary.
Go. That said go.
That was forceful, huh?
Yeah. You heard a bang, Jane?
Mary.
Whoa!
Pull.
I caught that on camera. Wow.
Go. Why do you want us to go, Mary? Are we not safe?
Mary, can you set that off again? She did. Mary, do it one more time. Thank you. What happened?
Hear it?
What's going on?
It's a scream.
Yeah, I heard that. And that went off.
Turn that off then, because we're not going to capture that. Mary, come towards that meter. Oh, no way she did. Look.
There is just so much going on.
Mary, do you feel like you have to protect the women in this group?
No.
Do you feel like we're not safe here?
Is it Mary?
No way. That's the beam being broken again.
And so let's just cross right through it.
Yeah, so it's just crossed. Which way did it go?
That way, obviously. It went past it.
It's not gone near the REM pod yet over there.
But maybe it stopped.
Where are the REMs?
Our investigation of the Orangery was not disappointing, and we appeared to be in contact with an intelligent spirit haunting the location, which was able to interact with our equipment. But as the night continues, what else are we about to encounter?
Walk through that beam again.
Did you hear that? It sounds like footsteps.
Yeah.
Something's walking amongst us.
Yeah, I think whatever it was is coming.
Oh my God.
No way. And then it's breaking the beam.
Right now my heckles are...
Walk through the beam.
Jesus Christ.
Walk out of the beam.
It's getting stronger.
Standing in the beam. It's slowly moving into the beam for that to happen.
Staring at us?
I can only imagine.
Can you hear it? It's getting close to the footsteps.
This is unbelievable.
Oh God.
That's down there. I'm just going to go and reset that beam.
One on each side.
Let's reset the beam.
And Mary said go.
Yeah. What the hell's going on?
Don't like it whatsoever.
You just feel trapped.
It's horrible.
That's reset. I've lowered the
Distance.
distance to see if that is something walking through it. Is it going to continue to do that?
Whilst you were doing that, this was still going off.
Was that going mad?
No, mad, just intermittently.
So anybody that comes to Allerton Towers is going to know that there's a building over there,
Yeah.
which we're way far away from.
Whoa.
Rem?
Rem. We heard that, yeah?
Yeah,
I didn't see the light either. Just heard it.
yeah.
Now break the beam, walk towards us and break the lower small beam.
Maybe it's searching for the thing that it was doing before.
Do you know what it's doing? It's walking up, going, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on? The spirit does not know where it is.
He or she.
Yeah, the spirit.
Well, them.
Them.
But I was going to say that there's...
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
You can physically hear these
Yeah.
spirits walking.
There's nothing here to set anything off
No.
other than what we're here to investigate.
Yeah.
There's no cables, there's no pylons, there's no power. There's absolutely nothing other than some energies moving between them.
What a crazy investigation.
We could not explain the apparent paranormal activity we had been encountering. And with other areas to investigate, we split up and head off to check them out. But not before leaving a lock-off camera with laser trigger REM pods and trigger dolls in the Orangery, in the hope of finally capturing whatever was alarming the equipment. And it didn't take long before we caught our first encounter on camera.
Did you see that?
She's down. Paul.
Hey?
The doll's just fallen down.
Point out. She just fell.
That looked like she was pushed,
I
babe.
propped her up as well, properly, and it's been fine. That is weird.
With our first capture in the bag, would anything more be caught on camera? While we all left and head off on our own to investigate further.
So we've come to the Arches, haven't we?
Yes.
It's freaky. We've got EMFs. We've got a REM on the floor down there, which we can you can see. I will show you in a sec. And it's so far. I think it's going to be an interesting night. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah. As we were walking up to film here, we heard footsteps behind us, in front of us, beside us, everywhere. It felt like we were surrounded. So it's going to be an interesting investigation, this one, I think, because it's quite spooky at the minute. It's really, really spooky, and it does feel like somebody's watching us.
Hold on. Right. Let me just check this infrared. Did you hear that?
No.
You didn't hear it? Thanks. Is there anybody here? Anybody that would like to communicate with us? Come forward. Come and communicate. Set one of our devices off. Whoa, that was a hit on this.
Okay, so I've just stepped foot into this wooded area where I can't see a bloody thing. Just set foot out here and that REM's just gone off. So I am in the middle of some woods. The entrance to the Orangery is just over there, and I have seen quite a few times a light coloured figure. Quite a few times while I've just been setting up. So it was definitely sort of up this area that I saw. I can't see a bloody thing at the moment, but I've got a REM just set up there. See if you can see it. Yep. And we've got a REM just over there. Whistling. Just heard what sounded like whistling.
Can you come towards us and light one of our devices? We have a device there. We have a device in my hand. You can communicate with us anyway, audibly, or just come close to us. That went off then. Did you feel like a change of energy?
No, not really. I felt like somebody's watching. I've felt like that since we started, but...
What's up? You look uneasy.
It's dark, isn't it? Is there anybody here? Can you give us a sign? My name's Bex. Paranormal investigators, and we're not here to harm you. What the f? Somebody's over there.
Hello? Oh my God.
Somebody's walking.
Did you hear that? Come forward. Come to us. There's an energy here, Bex. An energy here. What the hell?
Don't like it at all.
There's something going on. It's right here.
Somebody's just touched my back. There's nothing there that can touch my back.
And that is exactly where the energy...
Everything is free.
Yeah. And that's exactly where the energy was. That was just been I heard that.
Hello?
There's nobody there.
Kid you not, somebody will walk past it soon because we're definitely not alone.
It's like footsteps everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know what it's like? We're being surrounded and watched.
Right again. Somebody's here.
Oh my god, yeah. Stay here, stay here.
No!
Stay here. No, stay here.
No.
I'm looking with the camera. There. It's in that bush. Is anybody in the bush?
Shh. Ghost dimension.
Our investigation into the grounds of the Orangery was a very different experience to the one we had inside earlier, and it felt like something was lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce. But was this the Grey Lady, or something more sinister?
Again, I just thought I saw her over there. A white, or a pale figure, and the REM's going off again. Thank you. Is this you, Mary? Thank you, if that's you. I appreciate what you're trying to do. I'm just going to try and start this recording. Mary, if you're here, I just heard a voice again. Just started recording, so I'm hoping that I've caught it on here. Mary, are you here? Is it you that keeps setting that off for me? I'd like you to talk to me. Speak into this device here. You can see it in my hand, in my left hand with the red light. Whoa! Oh boy, something just touched me. Something just touched me in that area. Are you here? My name's Paul. Don't mean you any harm. Did you? What is that?
Paul heard a voice which appears to say go, and in a female tone.
My name's Paul. Don't mean you any harm. Did you? What is that?
And at the very same time Paul heard this voice, we caught something moving around the laser trigger and REM pods on the lock-off camera. First of all, the laser trigger is alarmed as the beam is broken and footsteps can be heard heading towards the far REM pod. Also, keep an eye on the leaf in the left lower corner. We know for sure that this was a leaf, and as you can see from the footage earlier, as the lock-off camera was being set up, it was kicked into position and now seemingly vanishes into thin air at the exact same time as the activity occurs on our devices. But this activity doesn't stop here. Immediately following this disappearance, the trigger beam is broken again, but this time we capture something actually breaking the beam. As you can see in the footage, the beam is broken and then a solid object appears to move in a strange motion as the light from the beam bounces off the entity that seemingly walks through the light emitting from the laser. And on closer inspection, we can see that there was no rodent or insect causing this anomaly. Perhaps we have just caught the first ever glimpse of the infamous Lady in Grey, who haunts the Orangery.